the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now here's Castle. Always a nice way to start and makes his first one.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points, closer in to the hoop.
That's tipped. Stolen by Vassell. Pass to Wembanyama. And that one good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Castle. And no good. Nice D from Bridges. Anunoby on the wing. New York working the ball around now. Hart finds Bridges. Back to Hart. Stolen by Castle. On the wing, Fox. And Fox powers it home.
Even though he's just 6'3", Fox can really get it up, including slamming it down in style.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, BA. He is a nightmare free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
Here's Brunson, following the bucket by the Spurs. Over to the wing, lets a three fly. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the three.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Stolen by Wembanyama. Fox against Brunson. Castle with it. Back to Fox. Takes the three. On target from range. Fox has got 7 points in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Now here's Vassell. No points yet. Wembanyama, the open look. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now a timeout called by New York. One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Sohan comes in for Barnes, and it's Johnson in for Castle. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Yabusele comes in for Hart. Clarkson's checked in for Bridges. And Miles McBride subbed in for Brunson. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. He actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. San Antonio with the ball. After the basket by New York on the other end. That one's good for 2.
Tight defense, but Wembanyama has the length and body control to overcome it.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. Spurs lead by 17. Pass to Sohan. And we've got 1:18 left in the first. Now here's Wembanyama. And there's another one for the Spurs.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Well, one thing we know about Jordan Clarkson, he's going to shoot it, Doris.
Well, B.A., he's been given the green light by virtually every coach he's played for. He's been one of those guys off the bench that you can count on for consistent productivity, and that's invaluable. Listen, the bench has got to produce if you're going to be an effective team.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Harper, he's checked in for Vassell.
With great mobility and the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Here's Robinson. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. That one falls.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Now here's Sohan. He's scoreless. Here's Wembanyama. And the bucket is good.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Outside Anunoby. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Substitution on the court.
3-pointer, Fox. It's hauled in by Robinson. To the paint. 1 second left. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break.
5.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
They've got Castle, Luke Cornett out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Harper, and it's Bryant in at the small forward position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Pass to Yabusele for the finish. And Yabusele slams it in.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Soft touch off the glass. Castle's got 6.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Towns can't get it to go.
Oh, he missed the chippy. What are the odds? That's so frustrating.
And Yabusele slams it in.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. PA, back to you.
Thank you, Alex. For San Antonio, Sohan's checked in for Cornette. Barnes comes in for Bryant. And it's Vassell in for Harper. And a switch here also for New York. OG Anunoby's checked in for Yabusele.
Nothing like combining a long frame with a willingness to out-hustle everyone on the court. That defines Kelly Olynyk.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Vassell. After the basket by New York on the other end. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. It's Bridges on the wing. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Towns has got 3 assists in the game. Spurs lead by 19. Here's Vassell. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Hart can't hit.
Boy, the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Sohan, the pass to Vassell. Now Barnes. Anunoby covering. Anunoby against Barnes. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Towns passes to Hart. And Graham, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Johnson, he's checked in for Olynyk. And De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Castle. New York also changing it up. Clarkson's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's McBride. Still without a bucket. And Anunoby for 3. Pass to Hart. Beyond the arc. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
That's just Josh Hart getting to his spot, being shot ready. Nicely done.
Spurs lead by 16. Now here's Johnson. Anunoby covering. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Now here's Barnes. Pass to Fox. Outside Johnson. Driving inside. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. And the Spurs lead by 18. Here's Towns. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
Vassell outside. And it's Jordan Clarkson with the foul. That's his first foul. Harper, he's checked in for Vassell.
Second team foul.
51 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And it's Fox missing. Knicks trail by 16. Here's McBride. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, OG Anunoby is going to continue to develop his game. And that pass, that was pretty.
Now here's Fox. He's got 11. Ooh, nice work inside by Fox.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Tries again, and Anunoby gets it to go on the assist from Robinson.
Wow, a level of physicality brought to OG Anunoby, and he says, I can match that.
Out to the right wing. Here's Harper. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Yeah, I thought the D might prevent him from getting a clean look, but that was the ideal reverse.
And so it's San Antonio up 15 points as this quarter concludes. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. We'll be right back with you shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for De'Aaron Fox. He had 13 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
They scored very effectively. With the exception of ball movement and play calling, they were able to exploit multiple weaknesses in the defense. They've got to feel good about themselves.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
The shooting percentage they allow was through the roof. Their coach should absolutely be ripping into the defensive end. You need to take some pride on the other end. Just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. We've got OG Anunoby. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Brunson in at the 1.
Yeah, the control from Wemby. I mean, this guy is unreal.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. Fox goes in, and it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox is going off. I mean, he's gotten the ball on offense, and he's been relentless.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Shoots over Vassell. The next rebound. Here's Hart. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. Here's Castle. Buries it down low. Castle's got 8.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Brunson passes to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Out to Bridges. He shoots it. And it's New York scoring again.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
And Fox has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Wembanyama, pass to Barnes. With the 10-footer, tipped.
Oh, what a big-time block right there. How about the timing by Josh Hart?
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back to you guys.
They'll get there. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Now a timeout called by New York.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And the Spurs with some changes. Cornette's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Sohan comes in for Barnes. And it's Bryant in for Vassell. And a switch here also for New York. Yabusele's checked in. And the basket by Bridges.
Oh, Mikal Bridges with the big-time strength on that finish.
And Doris, the Knicks gave up 5 first-round picks and a swap for Mikal Bridges. Safe to say there's some pressure to perform.
There is no doubt about that, BA, because that is forever the prism through which I will view this trade. His team had showed such patience to that point. To give away 5 coveted first-round picks speaks volumes about the impact they believe he can have for them.
Hart passes to Anunoby. Offline with a 3. Spurs lead by 14. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, excellent work in transition from Fox. Pushing the pace and supporting the fast break.
Here's Bridges. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And that's 12 points for Mikal Bridges.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
And the Spurs with some changes. Keldon Johnson comes in for Fournette, and it's Harper in for Castle. Shot by Johnson, no good. Knicks trail by 14. Pass to Hart. Lets it fly. Brunson misses.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Fox, the pass to Johnson. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Harper. 4 on the clock. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his third foul so far.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
So for the Knicks, Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. Clarkson comes in for Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Pass to Bryant. Johnson on the wing. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists now in the game. To the middle. Here's Yabusele. It's good. Yabusele's got 6 points.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot, too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
And that one drops for him. He has 6.
Johnson gives them a huge lift when he's creating for his teammates. It takes their offense up a notch.
Pass to Yabusele from deep three-point range. Rebound by San Antonio. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Sohan, right side, fires for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. Olenek's checked in for San Antonio. Vassell comes in for De'Aaron Fox. To the inside. Here's Bryant. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And the Spurs lead by 19. New York has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Here's Harper. Chalk up 2 there. Harper's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, right to the rim. If there's a size advantage, you attack immediately.
Down low. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
3-pointer, Bridges. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's San Antonio with plenty of breathing room. 23 points.
48.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Johnson and Barnes, your small and power forwards. Devin Vassell out there with Stephon Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Castle misses. And for the Knicks, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Clarkson for 3. Drains the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Just such a terrific dunk.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. And the basket by Bridges.
Well, the length and skill set is a tremendous combination for Mikal Bridges. Starting to cook a little bit.
Vassell against Towns. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Pass to Wembanyama. Puts it up. The quick look, no good that time.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And here's Hart. Outside Brunson. The three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Count it. Good. Barnes has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, man, that is a smooth jumper by Barnes, looking comfortable at all three levels these days.
Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Here's Castle. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
A power finish there as he breaks out the tomahawk.
You could feel the shake after that. Good. And the Knicks call time here. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
And the Spurs making a change here. Cornette's checked in. Porty's checked in for New York. Dottier comes in for Bridges.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
The officials were right on top of that one.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for San Antonio.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
New York has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. It's stolen by Johnson. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
First personal foul.
Here's Wembanyama. Here's Barnes, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
That takes a nice controlled handle and then the confident finish. Harrison Barnes looking really good right now.
Hart got a piece of it. Castle against Brunson. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 4 points this quarter.
Using his speed advantage to create the separation he needs for the shot.
Shot's good by Hart.
I'll tell you, Josh Hart, if he sees a lane and an opportunity to drive, I promise he's going at it.
Castle, the open look. And there's another one for the Spurs.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now here's Castle. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And the Spurs with some changes. Bryant, he's checked in for Barnes. Harper comes in for Johnson. And Fox is subbed in for Castle. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Porty. Yabusele comes in for Dottier. And Miles McBride subbed in for Brunson. San Antonio with the ball after the basket by New York on the other end. And it's Fox penetrating. It's deflected. The Knicks have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Spurs.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for De'Aaron Fox.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
Here's Harper. Bryant outside. Right side, Wembanyama. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. All right, Doris, for the Knicks. Would you run a two-man with Brunson and Cat or stagger their minutes?
B.A., I think the answer is you do both, obviously. But if you stagger it, it's because of what they're not doing on the defensive end. Teams will target Brunson and Cat because they are not elite defensive players. But at the same time, they are both elite offensive players. And there will be moments, particularly late game, where you want your best players on the floor. So the answer is both.
Cornette's checked in for Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. From deep, Harper. It's hauled in by Robinson. Outside Hart. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Shooting one.
Shooting for New York.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Tipped away. Fast break. Here comes New York. Here's McBride. Easy jumper from very short distance. Brunson against Fox. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.